Namaste Gurukulians, hope all of you are healthy, fit and fine. So welcome back to our channel, the Gurukul NILOKHERI, and we are going to start the next part of the fourth chapter, Rattrap of this book. Please carry this book in your hand, the Rattrap. The next chapter is the Rattrap by Selma, Lagerlof. The Rattrap by Selma Lagerlof. In the previous video we have studied that the vagabond, the peddler, he paid a visit to Ramsjo iron mill in order to have a shelter for a night. The blacksmith who was working over there with his helper, with his apprentice, he didn't show any negligency. He was nodding in just, you can let arrogancy. And the vagabond, he got a message that the blacksmith, he didn't have any objection if he slept over there. So he laid down just before the furnace, late in the midnight, nearby 12 o'clock. The iron master, he paid a visit over there and started looking carefully towards the peddler. He thought who was lying over there. When he carefully observed the face in the faint and dim light of the furnace, then he got that he was his old friend. Okay, he thought, he mistook him as one of his old friends by calling him that you are Nilsolf. And the peddler, he thought that the iron master, he might have come to give him some money, that he could give him some kronors. Kronor, it is a currency of Sweden. I told you it's a story of Sweden, right? But this was not like that. He didn't come to hand over some money. Actually, he mistook him. Then the iron master, he started emphasizing the peddler to come along with him to his mansion, to his palace, to his home. But the tramp, the peddler, the vagabond, the Rattrap seller, he didn't want to go to the house of the iron master. What did he say after that? Let's start. Open page number 37 from beginning. This is the page number, please open 37, right? No, I couldn't think of it, he said, looking quite alarmed. Means the peddler, the vagabond, immediately he made an objection by calling that, means that he was not thinking like that he would pay a visit to the house of the iron master. He thought of the 30 kronors. Actually, he was thinking about the 30 kronors which he was having in his pocket. To go up the manor house would be like throwing himself voluntarily into the lion's den. Den means cave, gufa, right? Means he started thinking, number one, he had stolen the 30 kronors of the crofter, and secondly, if he paid a visit to the house of the iron master, it would be just like that. He is simply entering into the cave of a lion, right? Into the mouth of the lion he was entering. That's why he had decided not to go to the house of the iron master, right? He only wanted a chance to sleep here in the forge and then sneak away as inconspicuously as possible. He simply unknowingly wanted to escape from there. Nobody could recognize him, nobody could catch him. He had simply come to the Ramsjo iron works in order to have a sound sleep for a night. He simply laid down before the furnace. He simply entered into the forge, into that dark room of the Ramsjo iron work, and silently he wanted to sneak away. Sneak away means the run away, khisakna, silently, patli gali se nikalna. He wanted to sneak away from there silently without telling, without informing anyone. He didn't want to be caught by someone because he was a thief. After all, he had stolen 30 kronors of the crofter. Now this time the iron master, he was offering him to have a visit at his home along with him. He didn't want to go. Now what did he say? The iron master assumed that he felt embarrassed because of his miserable clothing. Embarrassed means that feeling disappointment, sad, right? EMBARRASSED. Embarrassed means disappointed. Okay? He thought, students, pay attention, the iron master, he mistook him. Okay? He mistook him that he was one of his old friends, Nilsolf. He was his army's friend. Okay? He was a soldier. But now this time he was denying to come back to his home because he was feeling embarrassed, he was feeling disappointed, he was feeling sad because of his appearance of the cloth. The clothes were ragging and shabby. He didn't want to come along with him deliberately because of his appearance. Now, please don't think that I have such a fine home that you cannot show yourself there, he said. Now this time he said that, please don't think that means I have such a fine house. You don't think so. Please do not think so. Stop thinking that means I am having such a fine house that you cannot show yourself, that you show yourself there. You cannot come over here. He said, Elizabeth is dead. You may already have heard. He said, now this time Elizabeth, she is no more. Now, I think so you might have heard about her. My boys are abroad, he said. The iron master said, my children, my boys, they have gone abroad in foreign country. And there is no one at home except my oldest daughter and myself. Now this time, the iron master, he was consoling the peddler. Oh my dear friend, do not think yourself that means my house is like a palace of Elizabeth, that you cannot come over there, you cannot represent yourself over there. I know that you are feeling shabby, we are feeling hesitation to come over there, but make sure that my boys, they are not there. Elizabeth, she had died. Clear? My wife Elizabeth, she had died. She was the master, you can say that means she was the like home minister of my palace, but now this time she is no more. Simply, I live in my big mansion, in my palace, along with my oldest daughter, Edla Wilmanson, and I, both of us, we are living over there. No need to panic, just simply come along with me to my home. Now, we were just saying that it was too bad we didn't have any company for Christmas. Now, it's Christmas by tomorrow morning, and we didn't have any person for a long lasting period. My old friend, my old acquaintance, any relative didn't pay a visit to my home on Christmas Eve. I will celebrate Christmas with you, Nilsolf. Captain, I want to celebrate Christmas with you. Please come, do come with me. Now, come along with me and help us make the Christmas food disappear a little faster. Means food disappear means let's finish the food. The food is waiting for you. Disappear means to finish the food. You are to finish the food. The delicious food, fruits, meats and other things. Alcohol is, wine is waiting for you. Delicious food is waiting for you. And give us company on this Christmas Eve to have this wonderful celebration. Come with me, my dear, please come with me. But the stranger said no. The peddler, the stranger, he denied. He said, no, sir, I will not go. I can't go. And no, again and no, again, no, sir, means he was denying. Iron master, he was requesting, he was denying. He was requesting, he was denying. And the iron master saw that he must give in. Give in means that he had to leave the place because he would not be, he would not be that admitted that he would be coming along with me. You simply can request someone, but you cannot force anyone that the person would go along with you at your home or the place wherever you would like to take to him. The iron master, he had tried his extreme level best, but the the peddler, he had denied again and again that he didn't want to go to anywhere. So it looks as though Captain Wonsdale preferred to stay with you tonight, Stergenstrom, he said. So he said that it looks like that means the Captain Wonsdale, he preferred to stay with you tonight. Mr. Gentleman, he said to the master blacksmith and turned to his heel. Means he was saying to the blacksmith. Now please pay attention, boys. Blacksmith was there, apprentice was there, and a fire boy was also there who was throwing coal into the fire, right? Then he turned towards all of them and he started talking to the blacksmith. Oh my dear gentleman, it was the name of Stergenstrom. Okay, hey blacksmith, hey Stergenstrom, hey mister, I think so my friend Captain Wonsdale, wants to stay with you. I think so. He wants to live along with you. So please take care of him. I am going. And turn on his heel, and just on his heel in this way. Clear? Ediyon par ghumna. Whenever, suppose if you are talking to someone and you are turning towards that direction, your feet are moving, your heels are moving in this way. But he laughed to himself as he went away, and the blacksmith, who knew him, understood very well that he had not said his last word. But he laughed to himself, means that he started laughing to himself internally as he went away. When Iron Master had gone away, that he started laughing, and the blacksmith, who knew him, and the blacksmith, he had known the peddler, understood very well that he had not said his last word. The blacksmith, he had gone. That means these were not the last words. Not last words he had spoken. Something maybe fishy if the Iron Master had recognized this vagabond as one of his old friends. Something maybe mysterious in between. It was not more than half an hour before. Now Iron Master, he had gone away just after 30 minutes. Not more than 30 minutes, half an hour passed away. They heard the sound of carriage. Carriage means ghoda gadi, clear? Carriage was coming, the sound of the feet of horses could be seen, and the sound of wheel of carriage could be seen, could be listened outside. Wheels outside the forge, outside that Ramsjo Iron Works. And a new guest came in. Now this time a new person was entering into the premises of Ramsjo Iron Mill. But this time it was not the Iron Master. Now this time Iron Master, he didn't come once again. Who did come? He had sent his daughter Edla Will Manson. This was the name of the daughter. E-D-L-A, Edla Will Manson, right? Edla Will Manson, she was the daughter of the Iron Master. Now Iron Master, he had sent his daughter. He had said to his daughter by saying that oh my dear daughter, you could help me out. One of my old friends, he is lying at my Ramsjo Iron Works just before the furnace. Means he had denied to me. He had denied me to come back to my home. So please, this work can be done on the behalf of you. Please kindly bring him at my home. I cannot see his condition, his pitiable and miserable condition. He is looking very shabby and ugly. Go and fetch him. Now that's why he had entered in order to fetch the peddler, the vagabond. Apparently hoping that she would have better powers of persuasion. Persuasion means razi karna, to persuade. Okay, persuasion, to make someone agree, to make someone agree, right? So she was having special power, means her softness of spoken, her kindness, her generosity, it was so humble that nobody could deny her. Whatever she had requested to anyone, somebody are having the best communication skills, that means no one could deny them. So, and she was one of them. That definitely she could be able to use her wit power, her communication power, her generosity, and in order to fetch the friend of Iron Master at his home. Now she entered, followed by a valet. Valet means a servant was coming behind him, carrying on his arm a big fur coat. The servant was having a big fur coat. Okay, feather, fur means feather. Big feather coat he was having This was the coat which used to be worn especially in the winter timing, and it was the end of December. The winter was up to extreme level. She was not at all pretty, means the appearance, the physical appearance of Edla Wilmanson, she was not good looking, she was not beautiful, but her nature was quite beautiful. But seemed modest and quite shy, but she was looking quite meek and humble, and little bit shyness she was having inside her. In the forge, into the dark room of the Ramsjo Iron Works, everything was just as it had been earlier in the evening. Everything was same. The blacksmith was working with his apprentice. The boy, he was throwing some coal into the fire, and the peddler still he was sleeping by lying on the ground just before the furnace. The master blacksmith and his apprentice still sat on their bench. I told you, still they were sitting on the bench and had been working over there. And iron and the charcoal still glowed in the furnace. Means the charcoal and the iron rod, it was burning into the furnace. Same as it is. The work which I had told you, it was going on in the evening. Still it had been going on in the late midnight, after 12 a.m. in the morning. The stranger... The stranger stretched himself out on the floor. Stretch means that he was lying on the floor in this way and was having a sound sleep, and lay with a piece of big iron under his head. The big piece of iron he was using as a pillow, okay, as a pillow under his head in this way, clear? And hat pulled down over his eyes, and he had kept a hat just over his eyes to cover his eyes. He was enjoying the sound sleep. As soon as the young girl caught sight of him, caught sight means she looked at him. As Edla Wilmanson, the young girl, she saw him, she went up and lifted his hat, and she just came nearby to him, and she lifted the hat in order to see the facial expression of that vagabond. The man was evidently used to sleeping with one eye open. Evidently means naturally, it was a habit of him that naturally he was sleeping by keeping his one eye open, half open in this way. It is the position of sleeping. It is found among some people, right? And he was one of them. He jumped up abruptly and seemed to be quite frightened. When she had lifted the head, immediately he got up and started jumping up. He jumped up and got frightened. He got scared. Wo dar gaya. Now this time he started thinking, now who has come? Now who has come right now? My name is Edla Wilmanson. Edla Wilmanson was the name of the daughter. She said that, my name is Edla Wilmanson, said the young girl. My father came here and said that you wanted to sleep here in the forge tonight. My father, he has informed me at my home that you are the friend of my father and want to sleep in this forge. You want to sleep here in this dark room? Why? Why, sir? And then I asked permission to come and bring you home to us. That's why I have sought permission from my father. I have taken permission from my father in order to fetch you, in order to take you at my home, sir. You are like my uncle. You are the friend of my father. You cannot stay like this. I can't bear with, sir. Come, let's go with my home. Let's go at my home along with me. Then, I'm so sorry, Captain Von Stale. I'm sorry, Captain, that you are having such a hard time, this bad time. Your pitiable and miserable condition has been occurred on your life. I'm sorry for that. Mujhe khed hai. Inconvenience is regretted means now I know that your bad time, your hard time is going on. She looked at him compassionately. Compassionately means full of sentiments. She started looking towards him full of emotions, feelings and passion. Whenever if you see the condition of a beggar, okay, and sometimes you start showing your emotions, feelings and passion. If you see some handicapped person laying on the road and begging someone for ₹1, okay, for food, clothes and anything else, right, automatically these kind of feelings usually occur to your mind, and same feeling she was having at that time. right, with her heavy eyes. And then she noticed that the man was afraid, and then she came to know the man was scared. The man was feeling afraid. Either he has stolen something or else he has escaped from the jail. Such kind of expression he started showing, like that he was a criminal, like a criminal. Either somebody has escaped from the jail or somebody has stolen something. Okay, suppose if you interact any thief who has stolen the money of somebody else, whenever he comes before you, he will be scared. That means he should not be caught. Such kind of scarcity he started showing before the Madam Edla Wilmanson. Now she thought and added quickly. She started thinking, and then she spoke once again. You may be sure, Captain, that you will be allowed to leave us just as freely as you came. Means, make sure, Captain, that you will be allowed to leave. Means that we are not going to bound you. Means you are free. As you like, as you wish, you can do. No one can prevent you doing from anything, because you are a liberate person. Right? Whatever you want, you will be feeling free. Whatever you are feeling right now, we are not going to make you bound, and only please stay with us over Christmas Eve. My humble request is there. I am coming here to fetch you at my home to just only enjoy on the Christmas Eve with us. Please, sir, come with me. It's my humble request. She said this in such a friendly manner. She was speaking in such a friendly manner, in informal way, that the Rattrap peddler must have felt confidence in her. Means, as I depicted, that she was perfect in communication skills, and she was as polite, as meek, as humble, that nobody could deny her request. That's why the peddler, the vagabond, the Rattrap seller, he got a confidence inside her, right? It would never have occurred to me that you would bother with me yourself, miss, he said. It would never have occurred to me. Means, no, madam, it would never have occurred to me that you would bother, that you would be feeling little bit botheration, you will be little bit stress in my company, madam, miss. He said, I will come at once. I know, means throughout your communication, throughout your request, I listened to you. Throughout your talk, your conversation, I came to know that you don't have any problem in my company, miss. Okay, I'm agree, madam, I'm coming with you. So, okay. And he got up and got ready quickly to go back to home to the iron master, right? So, he accepted the fur coat which the velvet, the servant he was having, he offered to him, and he accepted. The peddler, he had taken the fur coat which the velvet handed him with a deep bow. Bow means lean, chukna. Deep bow means polite request. Polite request with lean means jhukna, right? Suppose if you are offering someone, yes sir, in this way. So he was leaning with a deep bow. The servant, he offered the fur coat and he accepted it, right? Now there it over his rags and followed the young lady, and he wore the rag cloth, the shabby clothes under the fur coat, and started following the girl, the lady, out to the carriage. And the lady, peddler and the servant, three of them, they went outside towards the carriage, means ghoda gaadi ki taraf nikal gaye, without granting the astonished blacksmith. Granting means without paying much attention, okay, towards the blacksmith, who was astonished. Astonished means surprised, okay. Astonished, astonished means surprised. Thus blacksmith and his apprentice, both of them, they were surprised. Why they were surprised? Because at first the iron master, he came to fetch him, and he described the peddler as one of his old friends. Then the daughter came. That's why they were surprised. But Edla will mention, and the servant and the peddler himself, none of them paid attention towards them, and simply they went outside. So, but while she was riding up to the manor house, when she was riding means the carriage, ghoda gadi par ride karna. When she was riding up to the manor means iron master, to the iron master house, he had evil forebodings. Evil foreboding means the bad deeds he had committed. He was thinking about the robbery which he had done at the house of the old crofter, right? He was thinking, thousands of thoughts were coming in his mind. So, why the devil did I take that fellow's money? He was thinking, oh my God, the devil means shaitan. It was in my heart and mind. Why did I steal the money of that old crofter? Oh my God, when so much politeness and humbleness the generosity is there in the world. He thought, now I'm sitting in the trap and will never get out of it. Now this time, because of that bait, I have been trapped into the net, okay, of this world, and I will not be able to come out of it. So the next day was Christmas Eve. The next morning it was Christmas Eve. Now, and when the iron master came into the dining room for breakfast, when in the early morning the iron master he came for having his breakfast in the dining room, he probably thought with satisfaction of his old regimental comrade. Probably shayad he was thinking to have the company of his old regimental friend, means old army friend, ARMY, army friend in the regiment, clear? Who was his comrade, means sathi, okay, who was, because iron master once he was also a soldier in army. There he met Captain Von Stale, and he mistook the peddler as Captain Von Stale. Now he was thinking to have a company on the breakfast table with one of his old friends, Captain Von Stale. Now, thought that satisfaction of his old regimental comrade, means the satisfaction would be there in his heart and mind to have the company of his old regimental friend, comrade, whom he had run across so unexpectedly, means unexpectedly he had encountered him after long years, right? First of all, we must see to it that he gets a little flesh in on his bones. Listen, it is a proverb. Get a little flesh on his bones means, suppose the person who is skinny means the person who is very thin. He doesn't have any flesh. Flesh means mass. हड्डियों पे मांस ही नहीं है, clear? And this condition clear-cut was shown on the body of the Rattrap, the peddler, right? Because he was like a human skeleton. He didn't have any flesh on his body. First of all, the iron master, he decided to just improve his condition by offering him hygienic and healthy food. Means after some time, when his health will be improved, then I will try to help him out. First of all, let me improve his health, because health is wealth. And he said to his daughter, he was talking to his daughter Edla Wilmanson, who was busy at the table. Madam was busy on the table because she was setting the silver spoons, card, fork, plates, cups, okay, and other things. And then we must see that he gets something else to do than to run around the country selling rat traps. Means then something else we can do for him, that because of his pitiable condition, the condition has been turned in such a way that he is roaming in the streets of our city and selling his rat traps. No, this pitiable condition of my friend I cannot see. Definitely I am going to seek an opportunity for him. I will help him out. Why to sell rat traps even after one of the old close friends is over there, and because of me that he is going to sell his product of rat traps? No, this I can't bear with. It is queer. Queer means strange. It is queer means strange, right? It is strange that the things have gone downhill with him, as badly as that. Means I know the condition has become more and more worst in the case of the peddler, the vagabond, said the daughter. Means Edla will mention, she said that. Last night, I did not think that there was anybody about him to show that he had once been an educated person. Now, again, she added her words by calling that the last night I had not seen any single person who could call him that he was an educated person. Because of his appearance, because of his clothes, because of his way of talking, because of his the Rattraps which he was selling his product, means nobody could say that once he would be an educated person and he would be a soldier of army. Now the condition has completely become worst. You must have patience, my little girl, said the father. Now the father, he started consoling his daughter. Edla will mention by saying that you must have patience, my little girl. As soon as he gets clean and dressed up, let's have him some shaving and grooming and bathing. Let have him some clothes. After his grooming, I will meet him. You will see something different. Definitely, he has gone for grooming, shaving, bathing and dressing in a good sense. Then you will see that a great and sudden change will be occurred. Now nobody can call him that he was a nonsense Rattrap seller. So last night he was naturally embarrassed. Naturally he was full of sadness the last night when you and I had seen his pitiable and miserable condition. The tramp manners, the vagabond, the peddler manners will fall away from him with the tramp clothes. The clothes which he was wearing, it was changing his mentality, it was changing his life, it was changing his appearance, it was changing his completely life, you can say. But now a sudden change will be occurred. You will see yourself within few minutes whenever he is going to be arrived over here. So students, for today itself it's sufficient. I hope that you might have enjoyed. And take care for yourself, and please send your queries in the group in which you have already been added over there. I'm just waiting for your queries. If you want to ask something else, and do study, watch the video carefully. Okay, till the next video, we'll meet soon. See you. Have a nice day. Namaskar once again.